Good morning. We've been looking at the 7 sayings of Jesus on the cross, and the fourth saying that I want to look at comes from Luke's Gospel in Luke chapter 23. There is another account that parallels in some ways this in Matthew's Gospel. Matthew talks about the criminals that were crucified with Jesus and how they mocked him. Luke gives us an added detail that indicates that probably they did mock him, but that one of them, at some point in the midst of that mockery, as he was dying and Jesus was dying, changed his heart. I want to pick up in verse 39 of Luke 23. One of the criminals who were hanged railed at him, saying, "Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us." But the others rebuked him, saying, "Do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we are receiving the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong." And he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And he said to him, "Truly I say to you, today you'll be with me in paradise." Similar to what we looked at about compassion, I want to highlight Jesus' heart of ministry in the midst of suffering. Here he's endured mocking. He's endured mocking from the man who now changes his tune, and rightly changes his tune, but who changes his tune and now seeks forgiveness, now seeks redemption, now seeks mercy at the one he's just finished mocking. You see, it's interesting. There are two kinds of people that were at the cross. There were watchers and there were mockers. This mocker opens up a third category: a watcher, a mocker, and now this mocker turns into a believer. Just after this, you'll see another watcher who turns to a believer in the centurion. Two categories shift to three because they get to witness the way that Jesus handled suffering. How are people viewing you handling suffering right now? Are watchers, are people who are waiting to maybe see a Christian fall and fail, people who might be on the cusp of mocking? Could watchers and mockers turn to believers because they see you handling suffering with a kind of dignity, with a kind of sense of otherness, with a kind of looking toward the heart of redemption that Jesus had? He models that for us in this, as he readily receives the thief, the very thief that just got done mocking him. Never lose sight of ministry. Never lose sight of the opportunity in the midst of suffering to be used of God as a tool in his hand to draw people into his kingdom, just like your Savior did in one of his last dying breaths. Thanks for joining me this morning. Have a great day.